The Mavericks went 0-2 against the Celtics in the regular season. The first game was January 22nd, so this was before they made their big trades to bolster the lineup. And the biggest thing with the Celtics is if they're hitting their threes, if they get hot, just like a gambler in a casino, they get really hot. They go crazy hot. And the key for the Mavs is they gotta slow down that offense. That offense is very dangerous against Dallas. Luka is slow-footed. Kyrie is not a lockdown defender. Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford are protecting the paint, but the paint means nothing against the Celtics because they're gonna spread the floor. And if they're hitting their shots, they're gonna win. So how do you stop that 5-out offense? You know, that's what it comes down to. It really is, because if they're hitting the threes, there's no close game for Luka and Kyrie to do anything. So that's the biggest concern, and I think that's why they are betting favorites, the Celtics. This first game, they only won by 9 points. This was early on. The Celtics went to 34-10. As you see there, the Mavericks were still trying to find their footing, barely over 500. And I want to see something very interesting here. I'll find it. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, 39 and 30. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. 39 and 34 points, respectfully, in this game. Al Horford only had 11. Drew Holiday only had 17. But you don't need much. You just need a few other contributors to score a little bit here. But that cannot happen. You cannot have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown match the Mavericks duo of Kyrie and Luka in points. And the point spread usually for them two is about 60 points. You don't want this. This is not going to go well for the Mavericks if they cancel each other out, because the Celtics have a better supporting staff. You saw what Drew Holiday did against the Pacers. He is an MVP type. I can see easily Drew Holiday, Al Horford, or Derek White winning MVP of the finals because they're that good. They have that pedigree to be able to do what they need to do. So you need to stop one of them. Pick it. Jason Tatum has been struggling. Focus on that, and then, see if you can mitigate the damage that Jaylen Brown is going to do. So that was the first game here. And in the second game, it was an absolute ass beating here. The Celtics whooped on the Mavs, and this was post-trade, so this was about 2 weeks after the trade, so they were still getting their sea legs. They were a little bit closer. They were 34-26 and talking about the Mavericks. So they were getting closer to being 10 games over. The Celtics were running away at this point with the Eastern Conference. It could have been said that they were bored. They could have been bored here. And this again is, look, Luka 37, Kyrie had 19. These are the games that they've been having in the playoffs. These are the games, that's a big concern. These are the games that they were having in the playoffs, and it meant nothing to the Celtics. Oh, and speaking of the Mavs, they're gonna get Maxi Kleber back, so that's gonna be very interesting. And then let's take a look at the Celtics. Again, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, 57, but look at KP. And if KP comes back and can give you some kind of point production, whether it's 15 points, now you're in serious trouble here. You're in serious trouble. So this is going to be obviously the toughest series for both. The Celtics have gotten 3 byes in a row in the Eastern Conference. They've lost a total of 3 games. The Mavs have had a tougher route, so maybe iron sharpens iron. But the T-Wolves are about to get swept. The Clippers won, 2 games? All right, they won 2 games, correct. And then who did they face? Oh, they faced the OKC Thunder, who I think won 1 or 2 games. So the Mavs have had a little bit of a tougher journey. Luka is still hobbling on that knee. Will that knee hold up? He says he'll play no matter what. You don't want long-term damage on top 3 player in the NBA who's made All-NBA first team 5 out of his first 6 years. Remarkable. Absolute remarkable. So that's the key. Look at the depth on the Celtics. I really want you to see this because this is crazy. They had 7 players in double figures. 7 players. Peyton Pritchard with 10, Al Horford, and this is what they do. They beat you at the top, they beat you in the middle, and they beat you at the bottom. And Drew Holiday has had, again, an amazing playoff run, as he always does. How's that trade working out, Milwaukee? Are you enjoying Damian Lillard yet? Did you enjoy scapegoating Drew Holiday? His team went to the finals. Your team did not. Anywho, I'll leave it there. Derek White has been playing pretty decent, and that's a big point right here that I'm about to make here. Derek White and Drew Holiday are the best defensive backcourt in the NBA. They are fast. They're about 6'3". They're strong. Drew Holiday can definitely guard 1 through 5. Derek White maybe 1 through 4, maybe 1 through 3. So you're gonna have them both paired against Kyrie and Luka. Is Kyrie gonna be mentally into the series? Because he's gonna be hearing some shit in Boston that it's really gonna test his spirit, because he's been really calm. He's been really enjoying the process. Are you gonna enjoy it dealing with that Utah Jazz-esque crowd of the Boston Celtics? If you know, you know. So that's going to be another thing. Can he keep his... That has been their run. Jason Kidd, Kyrie staying calm. Luka's just been nuts like always, but he's not chirping at the officials so much. So can they maintain that calmness? And that's going to be a big thing here. So, I would like to see, personally, a really good 6-game, 7-game series. The NBA needs it. This whole playoffs has been injury marred, has been close to teams getting swept left and right. It has been just a brutal playoffs, I would venture to guess, from an entertainment standpoint. Unless, if you're not a diehard, I can't ever judge what it feels like, because I watch summer pickup basketball, so I'm that kind of insane. But for the casual fan, I don't think it's been that interesting, but we'll see. So we are excited for the playoffs to wrap up, or for the finals to start, actually. And then we go into the offseason and see what it has. But it's going to be a great series. It is not going to be a boring series. It's going to be a lot of highs and lows. We're excited to see it. We're going to edit this real quick so that we can watch the Mavs either finish the sweep, or Minnesota extends the series into a gentleman's sweep, 4-1. We shall see. But anywho, we are going to play all the games on 2K between the Mavs and the Celtics. We're going to see how it plays out. Take a look for those videos. It's going to be 8 days until the finals start. And then we're going to enjoy the finals once they start. And then we'll go back to regular video games as we are in the channel. Anywho, I will see you guys on the next stream, and let's get this finals, baby. Let's do it. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.